Well, hey there, scrappy friends. Suzanne here in the studio today with the March 2025 studio wrap-up video. This month in the studio was not all that scrappy. It was more about rearranging supplies, refamiliarizing myself with supplies, doing some selective purging, and also a few happy purchases were made this month. So the first was when I was out visiting my brother-in-law and sister-in-law in Arizona, and the Mesa Stamp Expo was the weekend that we were there. So she and I went, and there was this delightful Stampin' Up! Demo, former Close to My Heart maker Kelly Hammonds, and she had a huge booth that she had both Stampin' Up! And Close to My Heart, and March was going to be the last month that she could actually run both booths simultaneously, although they were separate. She had lots of good deals because she needed to really clear out her Close to My Heart. So I found some things that were really older paper. This not old, but 2017. This was before my time as a Close to My Heart maker. This first line is called Falling for You, and she basically had everything at half price. So here we have some white and bronze twine, some bronze sequins, and then we have the Falling for You line, and she has 12 pieces of this paper. So let me show you. I love the colors in this. Two sheets of each, so I'm showing you front and back. And then back then they weren't doing sticker sheets, they were doing cut-apart sheets. So, and then when I got home, I also had, some of these are the older colors, and I have a few, very few pieces of retired, Close to My Heart cardstock, and Gold Rush was one of the colors, so it fits with this, so I'm going to throw it in there. And then also, I'm going to be on the lookout for the stamp set that goes with this. Okay, so that was the first thing. Next up was the Jack Workshop. This had a lot of goodies in it. It had the this Wild Child Lumberjack compliments, plus some black and white dots, and some thick whisper twine. And here are the instructions. Let me show you the papers. Of course, we got the lumberjack. Can't quite see that. Sorry about that. There's one side, then here's the reverse. And then a fun paper. Oops, I need to flip that one for you. And this, so cute. And then we had, it looks like, this ruby was from mine, but then it looks like they had some, maybe sweet leaf or juniper. That's probably juniper, whisper, and slate, and white daisy. So, it's great. It's nice to be able to match up those last few pieces of Close to My Heart cardstock that I had to actual paper. Next up is the Oh What Fun paper line. This is pretty. This is from 2018. I signed up as a maker at the end of 2019. So I love a good Christmas or winter line with pink in it. I think this will be pretty easy to find embellishments for. So there's that. Then she had the Smitten paper pack and sticker sheet. This is really cute. Get less paper when you get the stickers. But super cute paper in this line. Let me flip that over so you can see the reverse. Oh, I guess it's 3. Double-sided, so the reverse is the same basically. Okay, there's that. Also, she had Holly Jolly. Now, I had done a workshop at Creative Keepsakes several years ago. Rebecca Brown would be at the CKC St. Louis, and she had done a nice pocket page workshop using Holly Jolly and some fun ways to really play up the pockets. So here's that paper line. Alrighty. And back to another 2018. This one is called Beautiful Friendship. This is really pretty. Some beautiful florals in this one. I will do a little online research and see if there were stamp sets. I have a bunch of close to my heart older stamp sets as well that I have. I might have some matching stamp sets to go with these lines as well, these paper lines. So there's that. And then last but not least was I went ahead and got 2 mix-in kits. So I got 2 for the price of 1. Like I said, everything was half price. This is a fairly current one. Yeah, this is 2023. So I think this was a fall winter one. Very usable mix-ins. And you know me, I like to do doubles, so that's going to work out great. Okay, then the other thing is I sold off some of my extra close to my heart organizational items in a scrapbook, Facebook scrapbook group. So I also picked up a couple of lines there. One is Central Park, and this was pretty much the full line, although it looked like some pieces had been used, and I pulled out. There were extras and cut-ups, and so I pulled some things out. But let me show you the papers. It's a very fun summer line. So I got that pretty cheap too. And then also this other one. I think I'm to the point where I pretty much have all of the close to my heart that I feel like I missed out on. But we shall see. I don't think there's going to be any close to my heart at the upcoming Creating Keepsakes. That'll have to be in an April video to show you what I get there. But given that I've pulled all of this close to my heart paper into my stash, I probably should try and behave myself. We can see how that goes. This is really pretty though. Okay, so I have a lot to work on, but there is method to my madness. So this came with the compliments as well, and it looks like some die cuts. So I don't know if that's the whole pack or not, but that will get some good use as well. The only other thing I brought into my studio was, because my sister was a bit of an enabler, Club Scrap, which I used to have a subscription back in the day, had kits, a half a dozen of their kits on clearance, and there had been one that I'd had my eye on for quite a while. So it was called Riverbend, and it's going to be perfect for my husband's fishing. Here are pictures of the layouts. Now, Club Scrap, all of their lines are very, very themed, which is kind of why I stopped doing it. But they do have the nicest high quality ribbon, and look at these. Look at these cute little embellishments. So first class on that. So at half price, I was able to get this, including shipping, for just under $25. So I was really happy about that. So hopefully in April, in addition to what little things I hope I'm picking up at CK, I hope to be able to show you a lot more scrapping. Speaking of that, there's a kit that I made this month also, and I will have that follow right after this. The studio today with another kit making video. This time I'm going to start with a line of paper that I had, for which I had absolutely no embellishments. And it is Prima by Julie Nutting, Solicito. And so it has a lot of the embellishments had Spanish on them, and that doesn't really work for me, but I thought the designs were just so pretty that I definitely wanted to get the paper. Here's the back side of that. They're bright and fun, and they've just got a slightly different vibe to them. So I think they'll be fun to work with. This last two is really kind of interesting. I'm not sure that this paper gives me the same vibe as any of this other. Maybe the other side I end up using. It's kind of interesting. But it is, yeah, it is the same collection. So there, I have two of most of them, and then just one of that iconic. Then I went and I pulled out some solids. Here's some Photoplay Solids Orange. It's more of the corally orange color. And then I had some textured cardstock from Simple Stories Color Vibe. And then, of course, I'll pull in some white when I'm ready. Okay, then I didn't want to spend too much time looking in too many different places. So I also found this pink watercolor, and it has dots on the back. So there's some more simpler, you know, tone on tone or papers that can go with that. I happened to come across some of the older stuff in my stash that I thought might work. I had some vellum from Doodlebug. These are coral dots. And then these are some brightly colored little flowers, sprinkles. So doesn't that look very spring into summer kind of color palette? Okay, and then things that I knew right away that would probably work is something that come into my studio fairly recently. I've got the Rainbow Cake Thickers. I've got Spring Vibes from Pink Fresh. This is older, but as I was cleaning out some things, I came across it, and it was just sort of sitting out on the desk. Then I had these die cuts, wood and little black flowers from Close to My Heart. Those were sitting out. So those get thrown into this kit quickly. And then I was just going to allow my stuff to go through 2 bins. Okay, here is the first one. This is my flower bin. It's not very big. It's probably 9 by 13. And this is the one that has the Prima type flowers in it. So let me just scroll through here, flip through here, and see what comes out that might be whimsical enough for this. These are all looking a little formal. Here's one. I don't know about the mint, but I think the black and white ones are fun. Let's pull that out. And these orange ones, they're not too foo-foo-y. Those might work, so we'll take that. All right. And the other one is my bling. And this has both acrylic and bling in it. It does not have enamel dots, so it's just one Longaberger bread basket. Again, about 12 by 6 or 7, I would say. So what do I have fun? How about these little enamel smiley faces? Yes. Oh, here's some mirrored. Smile Fun, Life Sweet, Joy Dream. Yeah, I think that'll work. And how about these flowers? At least a couple of those colors will work. Okay. So there, it took me 15 minutes or less to put this kit together. And I think it'll be fun to work with. We'll see if I get a chance to actually work on it at CK. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. Bye for a bit.